Okay, let's see how to use Thonny, our Python development environment. I've already started Verivirtual. Come to the menu in the lower left, go to Programming and see Thonny. Okay, so this is the way it starts up. There's two sort of parts to it. There's the upper part where you can type programs, and there's a lower part, which is the Python shell. I'm not sure what the name means. It was developed by Estonian developers. Okay, so let's start with the shell. You can see that we've got Python 3 here, and all you have to do is type a Python command here in the shell window, because this is a interface to the Python interpreter, and type some text and press enter, and it responds right away. You can type commands, and then if you type the name of some value, for example, the instruction A equals 1 actually sets the name A to have the value 1. So if you put in the value A, then it gives you back the value that it is stored with. So that's how you use the shell. And let's see, eventually you'll come across things like conditionals, well, which is a multi-line thing. So let's just see what that is. If A is less than 5, then, well, let's see, let's do Python syntax. If A is less than 5, colon, we come to the next line, it gets indented, that's fine. And we can do print in sequence for if, okay? It leaves us in the same sequence blocks. So we could then say B equals 5, print B equals and B. Now we come again, if we want then to actually have this execute, we press enter again, and it executes this sequence. First it does print in sequence for if, then it doesn't print anything for this, but it executes it, because you can see here it printed B equals and got the value for B. Okay, now let's say that we want to have a list of instructions that's a little bit more complicated than just playing around with individual instructions. If you come up here and type in a list of instructions, print list of instructions, say A equals 5, B equals 10, sum equals A plus B, and print the sum is sum. And if you want this list to be executed or to carry it out, what you do is you click on this run, either under run here and run current script, or just this little run button, and it asks you to save the file, because you have to, okay, so it'll only run scripts that you've saved. So this is, say, test script, and it just save it the default here, and it will automatically put it in .py, which indicates that the file is has Python source code. Now down here, you can see it does %run testscript.py, list of instructions, the sum is 15. Now if I come down here, I could run it again just by pressing this, or I could use my up arrow key to get the previous instruction. So you can get previous instructions, okay, and it will run it again. You can even get, like, you can get the previous multi-line instruction, but it won't necessarily run, okay? Let's see, because what is A? Well, A is 5, so it wasn't true. Let's set A equals to 4, then see if we can get that back. Okay, it did, it ran. Okay, so that's a brief introduction to how Thonny works.